Teknoloji haftasındayız. 125'ten fazla ülkeden katılımcıyı bir araya getiren bir etkinlik. Yapay zekadan kuantum bilişime, siber güvenlikten finansal teknolojilere kadar birçok alanda son gelişmeler burada masaya yatırılıyor. Biz bugün finansal hizmetleri yönelik teknoloji çözümleri geliştiren Enflasyondan küresel finansal hizmetler operasyonlarından sorumlu ismi Rohit Jayachandran'la birlikteyiz. Hi Rohit, thanks for joining our program. First of all, in this London Tech Week, what is the most interesting, surprising thing that you have come across?
I think there are two things that's interesting. One is how everybody is coming together, whether it's government, whether it's technologists, whether it's services companies, everybody's coming together to move forward on technology. That's interesting. And the other thing is AI is just moving forward, and that's interesting as well.
Yeah, what is the difference from last year, for example?
I think the biggest one is the movement on AI.
The scale.
The scale and the movement of AI. It is clearly to be seen that in last year, everything was POCs. Right now, we are seeing a lot more AI use cases in production, a lot more people using AI for production, and that's the biggest move that we're seeing this year.
In the past, we think that AI and technology was a sector, but now it's in every sector, right?
Every sector, everything you do, AI is touching everything that you do right now. Whether it is a student for learning, whether it is as a worker, as an employee, as a father, everywhere it's touching everything that you do on a regular basis.
What about banking? Our money, our wallet is very important for us. So how will it change in the future, the banking services?
I think there are two big things that's going to change. Right now in most markets, most people use banks to transact. You deposit a check, you do a credit card, you withdraw money. But it's very few people who used to grow money, to manage your money, to invest. I think that's going to be more commonly available as you go forward. And AI is going to enable that. That's a big one. The second one is, right now there are very standardized products in the marketplace. If there's a credit card, there's a bank account, AI is going to enable multiple complex products that can be delivered to customers. For each consumer, you can have a product specific for you, and that's going to be very interesting for us.
So what is the biggest challenge now in banking?
In banking, if you look at it, a lot of the banks are very tenured organizations, which means they've been there for multiple decades, multiple years. So they have a lot of legacy that's there. Legacy in terms of processes, documents, data. One of the biggest opportunities, one of the challenges is the legacy. The opportunity is also how do you use AI to learn the legacy. So we are having a lot of success in deploying AI to learn legacy and modernize for new infrastructure. To use AI effectively, you need to have a modern infrastructure and be able to leverage AI to get you to that state. And that's become very interesting right now.
Turkey has a very developed banking sector actually, but in Turkey we sometimes feel the challenge of fraud. Now with AI, everything, our voice, our face is copied. So how will banking cope with fraud?
I think what we'll see is the best banks will start using AI to detect a lot of that.
So AI will detect it.
AI will detect it because if you look at it, in every industry, you have to be faster than everybody else. In cybersecurity, you're faster than the cyber criminals. Even with AI, your AI is supposed to be better than their AI. That's one. The second way you do it is also have multi-factor authentication. Don't trust one. You have to do multi-factor authentication for all your customers and use that to authenticate a lot of customers.
So as emphasis, you're responsible for whole global banking operations. So how much money will be invested in banking, for example, in terms of AI?
In terms of AI, if you look at this year, typically banks spend anywhere between 5 to 10% of revenue on technology. Of that money, if you look at this year, it's probably 2-3% is what's being spent. We expect that to grow significantly higher. Even with banks, if you look at it, banks can become more productive, their technology can become more productive, their developers can become more productive, their infrastructure can become more predictive. So AI is being deployed to make even technology much more better, faster, and more affordable for the banks as well.
So AI is like a digital worker in a bank, right?
Yeah, so what's happening is when you do a payment, banks have to do sanction screening. Instead of doing it with people, now you can do it with people and AI. AI doesn't need to work 8 hours, it can work 24 hours, it doesn't need to go to sleep, it doesn't need food. So digital workers is a concept, it's very live. it's able to improve compliance. If I'm doing 10% of transaction, now I can look at 100% of transactions, and also the throughput is also very good. So digital workers, whether it's contact center, whether it's compliance, whether it's mortgage operations, they're coming up all over to make sure that you can use it. Agentic AI is big. These are all agents. You use an agentic AI framework to make this much more easier for customers.
So for a medium-sized bank, for example, how many AI workers shall a medium-sized bank shall have?
So I don't think you can compare it to human workers because it is the same software. You can scale the software up infinite times. So it is certain functions that you give the digital worker to do. We are of the belief that AI is going to create more jobs. People who use AI to do the jobs will do well. People who don't use AI to do the jobs will not do well. So it is incumbent about all of us to use AI, learn AI, and use AI in what we do. As you do that, I think we'll all grow in our professional careers and in life in general.
So last question. In 5 years' time, for example, how will our life be in terms of banking? How will we be using banks?
I think you will see banks touch a lot more transactions. If you go to a restaurant, you'll see banking there. When you want to buy a TV, you'll find banking there. Banking is going to touch a lot more use cases. It's going to be there in a lot more experiences. Like your smart TV will have a bank, your refrigerator might have a bank, and the kind of products the banks sell is also going to be very different. It's going to be more complex. It's going to be more holistic. It is going to be custom for you as a person. It is not going to be for the market. It's going to be for you as a person. So banking is going to be extremely contextualized, extremely personalized, and more valuable. It will help you grow your money.
And embedded in everywhere.
Everything you do.
Even in a restaurant.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Restaurants, you see it now itself.
Okay. Rohit, thank you so much for
So much.
joining.
Pleasure. Thank you.